Hello students, today we are going to learn the second chapter from our English literature, that is a poem, Our Casuarina Tree by Toru Dutt. About the poetess. Toru Dutt was a great poetess of Anglo-Indian literature. She was born in Kolkata on 4th March 1856. She had an interest in languages and wrote in English and French. Her major works include the French novel Les Journal de Madame Basil Adverse, an English translation of French poetry entitled A Sheep Gleaned in French Fields. This Bengali translator and poet from the Indian subcontinent died at the age of 21 on 30th August 1877. About the poem Our Casuarina Tree was published in 1881. This is a very popular poem in modern Indian literature. In this poem, she recalls her happy childhood days, which she associates with the tree. The Casuarina tree was very dear to Toru Dutt. She celebrates the majesty of the tree that she used to see by her window and remembers her happy childhood days spent under it with her siblings. Now I am going to explain the poem paragraph wise. The first paragraph. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rough trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit, near the stars, a creeper climbs in whose embrace is bound. No other tree could leap, but gallantly the giant wears the scarf, and flowers are hung in crimson cluster all the boughs among, whereon all day are gathered bird and bee, and oft at nights the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close, sung darkling from a tree while men repose. The poem begins with the description of the tree. The poet says that the creeper has wound itself around the rough trunk of the Casuarina tree. Like a huge python, excuse me, the creeper has left deep marks on the trunk of the tree. The tree is so strong that it bears the tight hold of the creeper. The tree is described as being gallant and possibly brave, as very few trees could survive in the stranglehold of this creeper. The poet then goes on to describe the life that thrives amidst every facet of the tree. The tree is metaphorical said as a giant due to its huge size, strength and boldness. The Casuarina tree is covered with creeper, which bears red crimson flowers, which appear as though the tree is wearing a colorful scarf. Often at night the garden echoes, and it seems to be jubilant, and the song of the nightingale has no end. It continues till dawn, when men repose. The second paragraph starts with the line, "When first my casement is wide open thrown, at dawn my eyes delighted on it rest. Sometimes the most in winter, on its crest, a grey baboon sits statue-like alone, watching the sunrise while on lower boughs his funny offspring leap about and play, and far and near kokilas hail the day, and to their pastures wend our sleepy cows, and in the shadow on the broad tank cast by that hoar tree so beautiful and vast, the water lilies spring like snow and mist." At dawn, when the poet opens her window, she is delighted to see the Casuarina tree. Mostly in winters, a grey baboon is seen sitting on the crest of the tree seeing the sunrise with her younger ones, leaping and playing in the tree's boughs. The shadow of the tree appears to fall on the huge water tank. The third paragraph. But not because of its magnificence dear is the Casuarina to my soul, Beneath it we have played, though years may roll. O sweet companions, loved with love intense, for your sake shall the tree be ever dear. Blent with your images it shall arise in memory, till the hot tears blind mine eyes. What is that dirge like murmur that I hear, like the sea breaking on a shingle beach? It is the tree's lament and air speech, that haply to the unknown land may reach. Here Toru Dutt says that not because of the majestic appearance of the Casuarina tree that it is dear to her heart and soul, but also that she, along with her siblings, spent happy moments under it. Toru Dutt has brought out the theme of nature as something that shares feeling with humans, that lightens the burden on the heart. Fourth paragraph. Unknown, yet well known to the eye of faith, ah, I have heard that wail far and far away, in distant lands by many a sheltered bay, when slumbered in his cave the water wraith, and the waves gently kissed the classic shore of France or Italy beneath the moon, when art lay trenched in a dreamless swoon, and every time the music rose, before mine inner vision rose a form sublime, thy form, O tree, as in my happy prime I saw thee in my own love native clime. Here the poetess continues with a description of how strong the image of the tree is, even when in lands far away. Even in France and Italy, where the poet studied, she can hear the tree's lament. The last paragraph. Therefore I fain would consecrate a lay unto thy honoured tree, beloved of those who now in blessed sleep for aye repose. Dearer than life to me, alas were they. Mayst thou be numbered when my days are done with deathless trees like those in Borodil, under whose awful branches lingered Phil. Fear, trembling, hope, and death, the skeleton, and time and shadow, and though weak the verse, that thou would thy beauty fain, O fain rehearse. May love defend thee from oblivion's curse. Here the poetess wishes to consecrate the tree's memory and importance for the sake of those who are now dead, and looks ahead to her own death, hoping that the tree be spared obscurity. She immortalizes the tree through this poem, like how Wordsworth sanctified the yew tree of Borodil. She says, may love defend thee from oblivion's curse, expressing her wish that love shield her tree against the curse of forgetfulness. That the tree be remembered out of love and not because it cannot be forgotten. Here is the summary of the poem. Please go through the summary. It will help you to understand the poem.